Welcome to This Must Be Heard, a reoccurring podcast featuring discussions of Delaware Community College's events, achievements, and initiatives. In today's episode, New Media Lab former and current executive producers LuShonda Stevens, Yegna Rangavajhala, Raymond Porras, and Shakia Hutt discuss New Media Lab roles, podcast overviews, personal growth, skills learned, membership requirements, and how to contact us. Thank you for listening.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of This Must Be Heard. My name is LuShonda Stevens. Today, we are going to be sharing our experience and information about the New Media Lab for the next upcoming students that will join the club. I have here new members and formal members, you guys can introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Yegna Rangavajhala. I was a member for the fall 2023 semester. Then I was a production coordinator for the New Media Lab for the spring 2024 semester. And then I was the co-executive producer for the fall 2024 semester.
Hi, my name is Raymond Porras. I was a member first in fall 2019. I became a co-executive in fall 2023, and I just finished being a co-executive in spring of 2025. So it's good to be back and here.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Shakia Hutt, and I'm the co-producer for the New Media Lab, aka NML. I started in year 2024 as a regular member. Coming into 225, I am now a co-producer.
And I am LuShonda Stevens. I started as a member in 2019 and then moved my way up to a co-executive producer in 2022 and then at the end of 2024. Now that we got the basics out the way of knowing us a little bit, let's start with what is the New Media Lab and what is your role currently? So we'll start with Yegna.
Great. It's fun to go first, but if you ask me to define what New Media Lab is, I would give the basic standard definition. It's a student-led podcast organization where we, the students, get to create content for and through the college. So I would say that it's fun, and we have 3 segments, and I would hand it over to Raymond.
Yeah. So the 3 segments that we have, the first 2 that we started out with were Study Break, which is pop culture, music, TV, movies, really just about any pop culture thing you can think about. And we've made pretty much all of it, video games, sports, all kinds of stuff. And that's usually what we have, like our most frequent videos. The other one that we started off with was This Must Be Heard, which is kind of our college mandate, talking about college achievements and initiatives, talking with a lot of staff and a lot of people involved in different events happening on campus. That's very important episodes. We have some of our best, trained members doing those episodes. And then one of the newer additions that we had when I was still a member, we added this was the written, and that is student written works of fiction or student submissions that we've done before, where students submit like 100 to 150 word paragraph about different topics that we have, like favorite books, Valentine's Day love stories, all different kinds of topics. And we have submissions for those, and we have our members read them, and then we put that compilation out there. A lot of different types of topics, a lot of variety. We have a lot of different, roles and different roles that you can get involved with behind the scenes and in front of the camera or on the mic. But Shakia, do you want to get into the roles?
I do. So again, I'm co-producer, but the roles are simple. We can always use another co-producer to help us. We always need someone to learn editing, so we're always looking for editors to help us. We are looking for a co-coordinator, just to kind of help us schedule our sessions, schedule different things with the members and be a help in that way. So again, we always need volunteers, but we need people also with ideas. So we encourage ideas, but we also encourage people to be doers, if that makes sense. One of the reasons that I joined New Media personally, I just wanted to join a group where my voice could be heard. Initially, I didn't necessarily think that I wanted to speak on the mic. I just wanted to help out and sit back, but I found that I liked speaking on the mic. So there's a lot of different roles, whether it's just submitting a storyline, whether it's again doing the coordination and helping schedule the meeting times for the people who are in the episode or the professors, or just doing like little basic things that we need, whether it's setup and cleanup if we're having an event. So I just encourage you guys all to join. I think it's a 2.5.
Yeah, so it's a 2.0 to be a member, and you have to be taking at least one class. For a title position and stuff, you have to have a 2.5 GPA and be taking two classes. So yeah, base requirements aren't too bad and everything, but yeah, we've had a lot of different members, not just, communication members and stuff. We've had people in leadership positions with paralegal studies,
Mm-hmm.
with art majors and stuff. So all kinds of stuff, people you wouldn't expect to be in charge of a podcast like this, or have those, like training and stuff. But really, I feel like podcasting is accessible to everyone. Once you have like the proper training and you're comfortable and everything, it's really easy to get into, and anyone can be a natural having normal conversations. And that's one of our goals, is having like a hallway conversation that feels extemporaneous, that you're just kind of like walking into as an audience member. So that's been our goal, and I feel like so far we've been doing good with that.
Now, when it comes to the goal part of things, definitely tracking down what you do in the organization. Working on those skills, those basic skills like communication, right? Just organizational skills, things that you can really implement and make sure that you can carry on after college. Some of the skills that I've definitely taken away was my communication skills, was leadership, being able to run an organization, impact people in the right way, right? I can say personally with New Media Lab, I've grown so much personally, academically too, of just being in this organization. It's been a great experience. So making sure that you come in learning, you come in excited, and you come in also asking questions, and also sharing your intake or ideas and stuff like that, because we will take it. We may tweak it a little bit just so it can fit our mold. However, we're always open, we're always willing to listen, and we're always willing and open to building something new, right? So, Yegna, I do want to bring up, could you share with us your experience when it comes to being a student outside of the main campus?
That's a very interesting question, actually. The main when I joined Delaware County Community College, I really wanted to be involved on campus and all of that, especially being a branch campus student. I'm from Downingtown campus. I'm rarely here at the main campus, and I wanted to be involved in the campus community and all of that. And when I came across New Media Lab, I really liked the tagline. We're all beginners. And I didn't know anything about podcasting. Like, I did have that intention of, okay, I wanted to talk, yap with people, and make connections and all of that. And with that tagline, I kind of got into it without any experience with communications and all of that. And slowly, I still remember my first day as doing my intro and outros for an episode. And from there, I think I was able to build these communication skills, like talking on the microphone and understanding what to ask. Like, asking the right questions is very important when you're podcasting, and having the knowledge as to when the other person is, for our This Must Be Heard podcast, people are from formal level of sitting, so we need to have these questions written down in such a way that they're formal, and also, in short, the right questions. I think that's what I've learned. A and B, definitely organizational skills and leadership skills. I think being a production coordinator again taught me with those time schedules, time management, and whatnot. I feel like once you're in this organization, you tend to learn everything. Like, either it could be behind the scenes or even in front of the microphone or on the camera. You learn everything, right from organizational skills to graphic designing, or like social media posts, or video editing. So I think you just have to be in there and kind of know what your footing is in, like where you're comfortable and all of that. And I think I would end it like that.
Yeah. And I would say, like, working with you, there's no limitations for this club for being off campus. Like, this is one of the few clubs that's accessible to anyone. We've had people come from very far away, online, and still be able to do a lot and be very involved. we've had a lot of people with disabilities. We had mute people, deaf people, or blind people. A lot of different people that are able to still participate because of how this organization is set up. And I think that's really special. I don't think a lot of other organizations or clubs are able to have that same kind of quality. So it's great, having a lot of people that you wouldn't be able to meet through other clubs join through this. And this is where you really get to know people and know some really cool people. And talk with people that you normally wouldn't, like for me, talking with staff members or teachers, like as a high schooler, like I used to be afraid of teachers and stuff. And now, it's a lot easier, to talk to them. And, outside of the club and podcasting, be able to talk to teachers a lot more casually, or,
Mhm.
let them know where you're coming from for like assignments and stuff. But that's something that I picked up, and that I'm glad I picked up. Also, I came in, knowing like some basic editing and stuff, but I felt like it really helped me grow with, directing, with leadership stuff, like LaShonda, also organization, and there's a lot of things that I feel like I'm taking away from this. But for both you, Shonda, and Yegna, you guys are both taking away some very specific things from this because you're starting your own podcast. Can you guys talk about that really quickly?
Yes. I can say thank you to the New Media Lab. Thank you to specifically Professor Maria Boyd. Um, it's crazy to actually sit here and say, like, yeah, that's what we're doing. Like, it's crazy, but it's a great experience. So our podcast, um, the network is called Deep Roots Productions, basically where we started out as new members of the New Media Lab and we've grown in that. And then now being able to kind of expand on that. So we're like little petals on a tree trying to expand and learn more about the podcast experience. And then we have our first segment is on community colleges, right? So we're talking to members, students, faculty, anybody, not just DCCC, but also other community colleges as well, and just expand on that and just talk about the benefits of a community college, right? Because they get underrepresented sometimes.
Yeah, and building on that, Raymond, as you mentioned, taking those skills. I am more into the pre-production aspect, like production coordinating and recording the episodes, and that's all. Like I've never wanted to go into the editing side. So Shonda is more of the post-production person. So yeah, we took those skills from the New Media Lab, like those organization skills, leadership skills, or even the recording skills. That it's very different. Yeah, I took those pre-production skills from the New Media Lab, kind of build up on that, and I'm trying to contribute the same skills and carry on those to our podcast. And it's funny because we started off as a member, and then we've gained some skills, and we are kind of implementing it out there in the real world, and it's a beautiful experience. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure LaShonda agrees with me too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And, we've had a lot of members, who want to take the skills that they learned from here, have like a portfolio too.
Mhm.
Because we've had some students who want to do like voice acting or narration, stuff like that. So, this is where you kind of build those skills and where you're able to, show like, hey, I did this kind of, more professional stuff for school and stuff. And yeah, be able to show that to other people, be it family, friends, employers, or anyone really. So it's nice, having this be more accessible, especially than it was like a couple of years ago when it was only on Canvas, and now it's on YouTube for a lot more people to see and stuff. So it's really nice.
So I would like to say congratulations on the podcast.
Thank you.
I also want to make light for NML because a lot of people think we're a student club, but we're actually an organization at the campus now. So we are getting a lot more recognition for the things that we're doing. Some of our shows are becoming a little bit more in depth as far as situations that the students are really going through and real life situations. So we're giving, I guess, real advice or direction, but just piggybacking off of the benefits of the Media Lab, like for you guys, LaShonda and Gigna, you guys were able to start your own podcast, which is wonderful. And again, like Raymond said, for other students, they're able to take their episodes that they hosted or that they produced or that they coordinated, and they're able to then put that in their portfolio and
Right.
use that going to another job. So just say again, if they they want to do voiceover, if they want to do radio hosting or public speaking, they can now compile their audios and just different things that they did. And I think that the new media lab is underrated because people don't understand the episodes that you can put together, the networking that you can do, and where you can go outside of here if you just do a couple episodes. Like,
Right.
and a lot of people, like, they come into the studio, you might have one time when you're, you might mess up. We mess up. We
Yes.
laugh, we joke, we edit it out. But once you get over your first one or two times on a mic, I think that you can relax a little bit more and you really start to understand the benefits of the new media lab.
Yeah. Adding to that, I think one of the greatest advantage of New Media Lab is how it's remote, like virtual. You can also do your episodes virtually. All your ideas are heard, and you don't have to be a main campus student to be present for the meetings or for the recordings. You can be a branch campus student like me, hold leadership positions like me, and also give your own contributions to the episodes too. Like, you co-host virtually. Like, it's everything. You can do whatever you want wherever you are, and I really love that about New Media Lab, and I can't stop yapping about it.
We do try to involve everyone that we can. So that's a really great thing, I think.
Definitely. That's the best thing about the new media lab. We accommodate, we work around it, and we have someone to look up to, saying Professor Boyd, that is well knowledged of that stuff. She's well knowledge. So I want to give her flowers because she does a lot. She just made it so welcoming. So I appreciate her. But while we wrap this up, can Shakia and Raymond, can you explain to us how can new students get in contact, or someone, maybe the faculty wants to maybe do an episode? How can people reach out to the New Media Lab?
So yeah, people can reach out to us, on our New Media Lab email at nml@mail.dccc.edu. And we also have a couple of our social media pages. We have Instagram, which is DCCC_New Media Lab on Instagram. And then for YouTube, which you'll probably be watching this on, is just our full name, New Media Lab. So yeah, you can reach out to us either through the email address or DM us on Instagram. But yeah, those are usually the two ways. And also, whatever current co-executives that we have, you can always reach out to them through email, and you can also reach out to Professor Boyd through her email. Yeah, if you're interested, feel free to reach out to us through any of those means.
You can also reach out through the campus engagement app as well.
So yes, thank you for the information that you guys shared. Please stay tuned for future episodes. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to all the social media channels that we have. And thank you for everyone from the New Media Lab, from DCCC, from the friends and members that we grown with. And thank you for everything that we've gotten out of it. As you see too, we're wearing our DCC New Media Lab shirts too. So definitely, if you are a member, you will get one for yourself. So just putting that in. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here, and we're out.
You've been listening to This Must Be Heard, brought to you by the New Media Lab and the Office of Campus Engagement. Today's co-hosts were LuShonda Stevens, Yegna Rangavajhala, Raymond Porras, and Shakia Hutt. Our production coordinator was Moose Silla. Moose Silla edited our episode and prepared our title cards. Raymond Porras produced our episode. Our co-executive producers were Moose Silla and Shakia Hutt. Victoria Colbreth and Samuel Larson designed our cover art. Indigo Frazier composed our theme music, and I am Sebastian Salvacion, your announcer for this episode. Special thanks to the Director of Campus Engagement, Allison Gleason, and our faculty advisor, Professor Maria Boyd. If you have an interest in participating in the New Media Lab, contact the Office of Campus Engagement or reach out to us on Instagram at DCCC_New Media Lab. Be sure to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks again for listening.